Hello beautiful people, I hope you're having an amazing day. You are a star, just like this beautiful sun. Don't let anybody dim your light. Today we're going to talk about addictions, how to beat them, how to overcome them, how to defeat them, right? If you are hooked on social media, if you're hooked on the caffeine, if you're hooked on the sugars, the drugs, the nicotine, I've been there, understand. I'm going to share with you some of the things that help me let these fuckers go, right? Because I got better things to do and fill my time up with things that don't actually serve me, right? So the key here is letting go, right? Letting go of this story that, oh, I need this in order to feel good, right? I already feel good. I don't need these things because they're detrimental to my health. I'm aware of that, right? It's taking ownership and responsibility for these things, for these actions, right? These things that I want to defeat because I am better than that. I'm worthy. I am a valuable human being who deserves to live a fulfilling life like yourself, like this sun, like this nature. Can you hear those birds? So good. I love hearing the birds. So how did I defeat, the drug addictions, the cigarettes, the coffee, okay, the sugar addictions? Now, time to time, I might occasionally have something sweet, right? I don't put myself in a restriction with what I eat, for example, as well, okay, what I consume, but I always ask myself, is what I'm putting into my body worth it? Is it worth my health? Is it worth, okay, my future, right? So one great thing that Dr. Sebi always said, if nature didn't make it, why take it? Yeah? Why take it? At the end of the day, what you fuel into your body, what you put into your body, you become, right? If you're going to put yourself into a lot of stress with nicotines, caffeine, all these things, right? Your life's going to become so chaotic, right? Now, what are some things that help me to let go of this shit, right? It's to simply change the story, right? Change the story that I deserve good health, that I deserve a fulfilling life, right? Now, of course, these things can cause some side effects, right? All these things that we're addicted to with these stimulants, right? Okay, dopamine, the serotonin, the all these compounds, right, that are released when we consume these things, right? It's just being mindful of these things, right? So if we are, taking certain things, right? It's like, all right, it's like instead of ignoring and trying to suppress certain emotions or to mask certain emotions, right? Whether we're stressed, all right, we need a cigarette when we're stressed, okay? Ask yourself this, all right? When I'm doing this, for example, if I ever binge eat, if I ever consume these things, whenever I did consume those things, I told myself, all right, I'm doing this because I know that I am trying to avoid a certain situation. I'm trying to avoid conflict. I'm trying to avoid stress. Stress is inevitable, right? Stress is inevitable. What things can we replace? Okay, what things can we replace in our life? Okay, what habits, what addictions, what healthy addictions can we put into our life that's actually going to help us evolve, right? Breath work, meditation, being mindful, right? Journaling, these things, when you place these things as addictions, right? Because let's face it, these things can release those same compounds that you're looking for, right? Whether it be through porn as well, for example. I was heavily addicted to porn. Since I've been young, I've been addicted to porn. It's only been in the last year that I've actually let it go. I had to take ownership and say, hey, okay, I'm aware of these cycles that I get into when I'm triggered by certain things, environments, foods, stresses, whatever the complications might be, right? I take full ownership, okay? I take full ownership of how I put myself into the situations, right? So if I face myself with a certain situation, okay, and I go back to those things that I used to escape, right? I take ownership. I say, okay, I'm doing this. I understand why. Now, the next time this happens, I can change the story, right? I can tell myself, all right, I don't have to do this. Okay, I don't always have to go back to these unhelpful solutions, right? That's only temporarily masking the situation, right? I'm going to go back into the world and then I'm going to face these stresses again, which I don't have to do, all right? I don't have to do, right? So, just being mindful. Take a deep breath, okay? You can replace these habits with other healthy habits, right? You don't want to get caught up in the label of addictions as well, right? Because let's face it, when we start labeling these things, right, we start to embody these restrictions, right? So if I say I'm an addict, well, guess what? I'm gonna constantly feel victimized. Right? When I'm consuming these things that actually don't help me, right? So if I'm, for example, if I'm endlessly scrolling on TikTok or Instagram, whatever it is, right? And I'm like, oh fuck, I'm addicted to this. I'm gonna keep telling myself that same story, right? No, I am just in that point of time doing things that actually don't serve me. Why not place my attention somewhere else, right? Making money, working on my fitness, working on my health, journaling, reading, okay, creating a video, okay, instead of constantly consuming. So that way, you know, the cycle will change, right? What you do today is what's gonna change what's gonna create your tomorrow, right? All the habits that you've done in the last month, the last day, the last week, the last year, the last 5 years has led you to this point, right? So we are creatures of habits, right? So whatever it is in your routine, okay, that you're repeating constantly is gonna occur tomorrow. So change it up, all right? Break it down. You don't have to get caught up doing the same thing over and over and over again, right? Be mindful of the stresses that you put yourself into, okay? It's perfectly normal to go through stresses. You've just got to choose the right stress. One quote I really liked was, life is hard, right? Being broke is hard, but also being rich is hard, all right? Being poor is hard, being lazy is hard, but also being very productive is hard. You got to choose your hard, right? You got to choose your own difficulty. This whole thing is a game. Now I understand it's temporary. I understand none of this shit matters, but you create that meaning behind it, right? You create what you want to experience in this life, right? It took me a while to break past these addictions, because I knew that I told myself that I wasn't worthy of these things. And you know what? That's the biggest lie I could have told. I didn't grow up with the most supportive, confident people, right? And I got sucked in to those people who have that low self-esteem. And you know what? I had to change my circle. I had to connect with people who believed in themselves. I had to connect with people who were being successful, who want to create that change, right? Because you become the people you surround yourself with, right? I decided to isolate myself from certain friends and put myself in environments where I actually nourish, where I actually thrive, right? I had to let go of certain environments, jobs, foods, right? I had to let go of the fucking junk food and the processed food. I had to let go of the Coke and the caffeine and all these things, the energy drinks. I had to let go of the smoking because I knew I deserved better, right? I knew that even if I'm making good money behind the scenes, right? Behind the scenes, I was successful. I was a successful personal trainer, right? But behind the scenes, I was taking excessive caffeine. I was smoking all the cigarettes. Why? Because I didn't know how to handle the stress, the mental stress, right? Your wealth, okay? Your health is your wealth, right? Remember that, your health is your wealth. Your money means nothing, right? Unless your vessel, okay, is strong, okay, and healthy and thriving and nourishing. So remind yourself, what am I putting into my body, right? What is it? How is this going to benefit me, right? I had to ask myself that over and over. I had to fucking take responsibility for my own actions, right? I had to be accountable for what I allow into my environment, into what I consume with my eyes, not just with my mouth, okay? Not just what I'm listening to, right? I had to be very mindful of what it is that was going to be in this vessel, because you gotta understand, guys, you know, you've only got a few places to live. You've got the planet, you've got your home, and you've got your body, right? And yeah, sure, eating well can be very expensive, but one day you might cop it, right? You might cop it from a disease. You might cop it from cancer because you decided to be ignorant, right? And you know what? We've got to let that go. We've got to let that go, because one day you're gonna cop it. Okay, I knew I did when I started to cough up so much more mucus. I started to cough up more. Okay, my cardio fitness started to drop. I couldn't play football anymore. I hated my life. My self-esteem dropped, right? The better you eat, the higher your value as a person, okay? The more you're gonna feel good about yourself, okay? So mindfulness is the key. Mindfulness is the key. Letting go is the key. Replacing those addictions with healthier addictions like fitness, all right? With journaling, reading, okay? With exercise, with, you know, going for walks, getting in some nature. I'm addicted, okay? I'm addicted to putting in the work. I'm addicted to working on me, all right? Because that's gonna increase my self-esteem. I'm gonna feel better. I'm gonna have better discipline. Fasting as well, that really helped me. I had to fast to improve my discipline. This is what really helped me level up. had to stop eating breakfast all the time. I had to stop consuming all the time. You know, I would only eat at 12 o'clock, between 12 and 8, right? And eventually I went to 1 meal a day, right? Increase your discipline, increase this, all right? You don't always have to do what everyone's doing, okay? What we've been conditioned to do. No, you're better than that, okay? You can let that shit go, replace that habit, start consuming things that are actually going to benefit you, okay? Mindfully, okay, emotionally, spiritually, okay? That's what's going to help you break your habits. That's what's going to help you, okay? It's in your routine. The secret is in your routine, okay? I start my day with breath work, the Wim Hof method, and then I go with meditation, okay? Go for a walk, do some exercise, get some fresh air. How you start your day is how it's going to end, all right? How it's going to flow throughout the whole day, right? All these things start to build up. All these things start to create and develop that lifestyle that you live today, right? Be mindful of who you're surrounding yourself with. Be mindful of, you know, the environments that you put yourself in, because we become that. We are a byproduct of that, right? We've got a little dog. He's gonna come say hello. We've got a little Hanky. Little Hanky. Little Hanky. So yeah, that's it, guys. If you need help with that, you know, feel free to check out the guides on fasting, okay? Nutrition guide on how to go plant-based. If you want to, you know, if you want to improve your vessel through alkaline foods, through electric foods, foods that's actually going to nourish you, right? Check out those guides. There's free guides on there. How to exercise, okay? How to create your own routine, and you know, check out the services as well. And the program is going to help you go to the next level. All right, we've got the Ignite the Warrior Within. Okay, it's an 8-week program that's going to help you develop the mindset, right, to conquer your fucking life. Start dominating your life. Stop waiting for the right time. Stop waiting for, you know, for the opportunity to come around. You create that opportunity, right? Stop waiting until things get worse, right? You can make things better, right? You are worthy. You're enough. You're enough. Check out all the stuff at danieljohnallen.com. If you haven't added us on Instagram, add us on Instagram, okay, and Snapchat, Daniel John Allen. Also join the TikTok family, Daniel J Allen, okay? I appreciate you. Much love. If you have any questions, just DM me, leave a comment down below. We've got to keep rising. We've got to keep rising, okay? It's not the end for you, okay? You can break those bad habits, right? You can break those bad habits. You are not addicted, okay? You simply do not feel worthy, okay? And you are worthy. You can overcome these things, okay? All right, start replacing those habits with good habits. And you're gonna fucking come out as a freaking warrior and conquer anything in your life. Whatever you want to achieve, you can do it. All right, appreciate, much love, okay? Stay woke, blessed, and alkalize. Peace out. Peace out. Let's go.